Alright, so I have some more of my custom Barbies that I'd like to share with you today. This first one here is what I call my Jungle Jane, pretty much. She was your average blonde Barbie with blue eyes. This is actually a wig. And you can see there are tiny braids. And at the end of each braid, I glued on a tiny glass bead and a little feather. And then in the back of her hair, I glued some more feathers, so it would kind of be like a feather headdress. This doll wig was it's actually made a wig. It came with my Queen Adora, and she has really short hair, so that way you could put the wig on her, but if she wore the wig, she wouldn't have been able to wear the crown of the pharaoh, and I really liked her wearing the crown better than having long hair. So I decided for once I was going to just keep her hair short and keep the crown on her and have this wig for something else. So this doll, I don't exactly remember what happened with her hair, but it got cut off and I glued it down. So I took a little jump ring and kind of opened it up a little bit, and I glued it to her nose to make it look like her nose is pierced. I took a really thin Sharpie permanent marker and tried drawing some designs on her, but after a while they have faded. You can see the dot there on her chin. I tried to do some blue lines over her eyes, but Sharpie didn't work so well. So this material is I don't remember where it came from, but I had just like little bits of it. So I was working with what I had, and I can undo her skirt. It's canvasy on the back. You know, it's really dry and hard, but it's fuzzy. So this I actually cut out the skirt, but for her attire, all I did was I took little pieces and I laid it on her and glued it. So in the back there's just a few strips here and there, and you know, some for her panties, and you know, we have just if she had nipples, there'd be one poking out right there. I sewed this shell onto her, and I took some string and I wrapped it around and I threaded it with beads, and then I had sewn it in place so that way she would have like a beaded shell necklace that went all the way around, but the end of the string broke off and it's just that. And I also made her a little wrist cuff and also drew on her arm with some permanent Sharpie, and then I would take the skirt and just tie it on her like so that way I was kind of, I guess, inspired about like Jane and Tarzan kind of look here. So she's not bad, it's just yeah, things didn't turn out too well. The other one I didn't customize really so much is that I can actually undo what I've done to her. This is my jewel hair mermaid Teresa doll. This is when they advertised having the longest hair ever. As you can see, I didn't cut it. It is very long. Her feet, you know, there's still like 2 more inches past her feet. So I had Barbie and I had Teresa. I really want Midge because I really love that beautiful turquoise she came with. Teresa was in magenta and Barbie was in gold. They had these cute little mini crop tops and the long tail, and you could take the fin off, but you know, it's not like they could walk around in that skin tight piece that they wore. And they came with these little Velcro star stickers that you could put in their hair and everything. And you could put in your hair if you wanted. I don't have my Barbie one anymore, and I don't have the mermaid clothing, but I still have her. And I didn't customize her face or anything. I didn't draw on her. All I did was I took a green ribbon and floral tape, because I was making head wreaths, and after working with the wire and everything, I would wrap it in floral tape to make sure he wouldn't get scratched by any wire pieces. So that's what I did. I just wrapped each one of her legs and her arm, and then took the ribbon and crossed it over her torso and tied it around behind her on her butt. And then I took this, it was a scrapbooking design tool. See, it's wire, but it has little flowers on it, and these little sticker studs is where you would place it down. But because the wire was really strong and it would, bend to wherever you want it, it was really hard to keep it flat. So I kind of would wrap that around on the dolls, but the thing is because of that sticky floral tape, you'll see that it came off and there's just a few pieces here and there. And I mean, I've got one in her hair, but that's because I actually glued that one in. And I took some of the wire that the dolls get tied into the boxes with, and I just tied some of her hair back. So I pulled back her bangs so that way it wouldn't be all over the place, you could see her. And what I was going for was a mother goddess, this, like a spring goddess. Wherever she walks, there would be flowers blooming. So I would have flowers in her hair. You can see there's still a flower. And because I really didn't want like a flowing ethereal kind of dress because she had such long hair, I basically wanted her body. This was before Fantasia 2000, but if you think of the Fantasia 2000 spring sprite, then that's what I was really going for. But this happened way before that. So in my mind, I was thinking, I want like a goddess in human form walking, and as she would walk, wherever she stepped, there would be flowers and life. So I can easily undo the floral tape. This ribbon actually has a little wire in it on either side, so it helps maintain its form. And I can just remove that, and that was a little butterfly that came with the little wire tool, the wire scrapbooking thing. I can just, take that off of her, and I can style her up to be a, brunette Rapunzel or whatever. But I really liked this doll so much, and if you really want to see a comparison, this is Hollywood Hair Teresa, and her hair ends about an inch before her feet, and on Jewel Hair Mermaid Teresa, it is definitely longer. Also, with the Hollywood version, she looks blonde, more like a honey gold than brunette, but she is still not as blonde as Barbie. So anyway, for my jungle girl and my earthy goddess, these were 2 customs that I did a long time ago. And I got too far away. Can never resist adding that. And even though things didn't quite turn out with my Jane one here and my goddess, I still like them. Oh yes, I forgot to show you. One of my beads broke in half, so I glued it onto her hand like it's a ring because it was just small enough. So, without having that ridiculous hole in her hand. So anyway, there's a couple more of my custom dolls for you to see. Thank you so much for watching.